Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of GN Talk. Today, we're going to talk about how to grow your business by doing less. So the first way you can really start to understand how to do more with less in your business is you have to understand economics if you're in business. It's a numero uno. You got to understand it. In order to do more with less in your business, you have to understand what's the demand, what do people want, and once you understand that, once you understand what people want in your product or your service, you can deliver that. And in turn, spend less on marketing, spend less on other efforts. So that's the number one real step on how you can do more with less. You have to know what people want. And second of all, you really have to understand your monthly expenses and where your cash flow is going every single month. If you're spending this much on rent, can you drop that or can you renegotiate? Or, where are your debt obligations right now? And what you really want to do is you really want to cut back on those expenses. What you want to do is you want to create a cash reserve, preferably anywhere from, I'd say, 5 to 6 months is solid. And when you have that cash reserve, what it really allows you to do is it allows you to experiment in your business. So if you're in business and, you're not really experimenting, you're not really growing, a lot of the times the reason for that is because you're not trying anything new. Now, what you want to do before you start going out and trying anything new is you want to build up cash reserves, because when you have cash reserves of like 5 to 6 months, you really grow a lot more confident in your ability to take risks and try out new things, whether that's a new marketing campaign, whether that's trying, rolling out a different part of your product or service, or, whether that's just expanding over to, a new product or service.
So the whole idea with business is you want to do more with less. You want to put in less input and create more output. Now, the problem with people and why a lot of people fail in business is because they diversify their attention. You wake up in the morning, you're thinking, great, what am I going to have for breakfast? You go on social media, what are my friends doing? Then you're thinking, what am I going to do tonight? What will I eat later? When I'm hanging out with friends, what should I wear? What should I do? You're not thinking about your business. You're not thinking about what actually matters to get you ahead long term. And you're putting your attention in different places, which Emiliano will be getting into later on in the video. But you need to not diversify attention. You need to put it all into one place, one unit of focus, because if you do that, you'll be able to optimize a very efficient level of growth within whatever you're focusing on. And if you're constantly thinking different things, well, the man that chases two rabbits catches neither. And the reality is that people that focus on too many things at once, they end up getting nothing done. Just think about it. Again, you wake up in the morning, you have your attention going into so many different places around your life, and you forget about what actually matters. And most of the time, the solution to this is just putting your iPhone away, because social media, if you're not using social media from a producer point of view, then chances are you're constantly absorbing useless information and just looking at activities of what other people are doing. And the best thing that you can do, because me personally, I use Instagram a lot. I have a lot of friends that use Instagram a lot. And when you're using Instagram, you're just absorbing a lot of useless information. You're seeing what other people are doing, what they're eating. And this is all stuff that you just don't need to know. It has no purpose or good to your life. So what you should do is go ahead and click on those people's profile and mute their page and story posts, because you won't be seeing it. You're going to forget about it, and you will only be able to see what you actually want to see. Again, allowing you to not diversify your attention, but instead focus it on what matters.
And building off what Mitch said in contrast to what I said earlier, a lot of people like to think about their business in senses of how to grow it from, the profit and the monetary perspective. But a lot of the times, a lot of growth in business can actually happen from, the productivity and where you spend your time. Now, Mitch and I have this philosophy where, we believe if someone wakes up every morning, they have 100 attention points they can spend throughout their day. If you decide to go watch some Netflix, or, you can decide to go play some video games, you might lose 10, 20 of those attention points, and, you won't get those back until the next day. Now, you really need to understand how to optimize your time and optimize your day so you're being as productive as possible. Like, it's fine to watch Netflix, it's fine to watch video games, do thresh, but you shouldn't be putting all the attention points early in the day and, throughout your early day, watching Netflix or playing video games, and you could be working on your business and, just being more productive. Now, what Mitch and I also discovered about, our personal experience in our businesses is we found that when we focused on one business in particular and really just doubled down, tried just, brainstorming, being super productive in that one business and focusing on how to problem solve in that one business, we actually found that we were much more productive. We made a lot more progress. We were dedicating ourselves in that point in time to that one business instead of, spreading ourselves out over all the businesses we have.
And lastly, you need to create systems, because you cannot do everything yourself. And the reality is that everyone that owns a business, well, not everyone, but almost everyone, their business is unpredictable. So what do I mean by that? When you're building a business, In the initial stages, yes, there will be volatility, but you need to be working on systems that will make your business predictable. You want to be able to wake up the next morning and know how much money you're going to come in. You want to know how much expenses you're going to have going out, and you want to know what each employee is doing, because if you're creating a system and you're doing it in a smart way, well, then you're finding other people to do certain tasks for you and you're paying them to do that, because that allows you to buy time. And any successful business in this world was never built off one person, and they had a team taking care of different aspects of this business. So you need to make your business predictable. You need to know how much input you need to put in, which will lead to a certain amount of output. And again, that is why a lot of businesses fail. They're just constantly throwing spaghetti at a wall, hoping it sticks without any predictability. Now, a great way of getting into this mindset is focusing on what I like to call IPAs, which stands for income producing activities. Now, aiming first from a personal point of view, when you wake up in the morning, don't go on social media right away. Don't just make yourself a random breakfast. Don't eat random food. Go to sleep and wake up at the same exact time. Eat healthier, get better sleep. And just in general, throughout the day, for example, when you're reading, take notes. It'll help you absorb information better. You want to do what you can to make your body stronger, your mind stronger, and just in general, increase your health, because that will affect the performance of your business. And now diving back into a business point of view, before you go to sleep, make a plan. And then after you make that plan, make sure when you wake up in the morning, follow up with who's in your business, maintain contact with them, know what you need to do that day in the business. And over time, once you start bringing in income, focus on what's working and put aside what's not working. And again, this will come through split testing, a lot of split testing, but that's simply what you need to do to get to a point where you can consistently focus on IPAs, which are, again, income producing activities. So a personal example from our Amazon businesses, it used to always be Emiliano and I constantly doing product research, customer service, order fulfillment. And this became so tedious. And we realized that what was bringing us in the most income was the product research, because if you can't find good products, they won't sell. And then the second thing is customer service, because if you don't maintain good customer service, well, then frankly, no one will come buy from your store. It's a business fundamental. So what we ended up doing is outsourcing both product research and customer service, and pretty much stepping away and constantly testing different employees, testing different people to make sure that they know what they're doing. And over time, we were able to create a team that has allowed us to really expedite the process of growing our stores and grow them to numbers we haven't achieved before.
So thank you guys for watching this episode of Zunion Talks. We hope you guys enjoyed. If you disagree with anything we said, leave that comment down below. If you liked what you saw, also leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really helps out in the algorithm. And without further ado, we'll see you guys next time.
He says adios.
Adios.